Okay, welcome to IPLCast 16, ladies and gentlemen, from the sweltering heat of Sydney and all across halfway across the world, and wherever you're watching. As usual, this is your IPL admin, Kamata/Gino. Tuning in and joining me, as usual, are the other admins of the IPL, Rowan/Megan and Athens/Rob.
Hey.
Hello.
All right, let's get the really big thing out of the way. How's everybody? We're back.
It's been a while.
Yay!
It's been at least 2 months now, actually.
It's been practically 2 months. We took some time away to go on honeymoon and do some rather strange things. Megan came back with a lot of Pokemon.
I did. I don't remember where I put them, but I have many.
We raided. It's in the drawer somewhere. She raided every toy store we could find to get these little Takara Tommy Pokemon figures, and she came back. That was the least of our worries with the bag space, because honestly, I got too much Gunpla. So we had a tiny little problem with bag space, and amongst other things. But you know, we got back. We're home. We're safe. It's good. How are you, Rob?
I'm doing fine. Cold, but okay.
I was about to say, how's the onset of winter in Ohio?
Well, Ohio's strange. Like a lot of the Midwest states in the United States have this kind of theory. You just wait 5 minutes and the weather will change completely drastically. So last week we had about 60-degree Fahrenheit weather. So it's like spring, warm spring, balmy almost. And then it just dropped to negative in the negatives, and then it stayed there for a couple days. Then it went right back up, and now it's back in the cold. So I think the forecast says we're supposed to get some rain and warm weather this coming week, but I just kind of learned to just pack your double jacket and gloves and just run with it.
It's summer in Australia, so we had there was a couple of days there where it was 40 degrees Celsius, which is about...
We had midweek torrential rainfall.
What it should be. Yeah, then we had torrential rainfall, and then we had a cold snap, and now it's warm again.
The UV rating goes absolutely bonkers. It was 0 yesterday. It was 2 the day before. It's 7. Actually, no, it's hit 11 today.
Oh, I should go outside.
It's only 30 degrees, but Megan can't step outside for fear of it's gonna end badly.
I'm a ginger, so I have to watch UVs.
Alrighty, let's get through our program, shall we?
First things first, we have something for Athens.
Oh yeah, we do.
We picked this up in the Philippines. It was just some random shop that we wandered into on happenstance.
I wanna preface this off by saying that the Philippines does have some fake stuff. This isn't fake. We made sure. I'm absolutely sure this isn't fake, because I can actually feel the thing bowing on me. It's that old. All right. So if you asked Athens what his favorite sub not completely canon, but is their kind of part of Pokemon lore is, it's definitely going to be the Holon region. If you asked him what his favorite region was, hands down, he would choose the Holon region. So while we were in the Philippines, we may have come across some.
Oh my God!
We may have come across some things, maybe possibly bearing onto that region. So
How long has it been you've seen one of these?
These haven't been in print since these haven't been in print since 06. These are 8 years old.
They're unopened. There was
These
actually
are
some more
completely.
there, but maybe next time they might still be there.
Yeah, well, they're pretty. I'm pretty sure they're still there. We can probably get our friends over there to grab some more. But yeah, what we have here are 4 unopened boosters of EX Hull Phantoms
Oh my
for
god!
you.
Oh my god! No, I was
So
leaving
that
it
was
in my
Well,
nightstand, and I found one of those wrappers, and I just set it aside. I don't know where I put it now, but
4 new
oh
ones
my
now.
god!
yeah. You could yeah, they still like these are the old ones for sure. Now I can tell they're old too because if you feel the thing they're slightly bowing. Like you can feel it bowing already because of age. All right, so we're giving you 3 options with this. And we're
2 options.
giving you 2
Or
options.
So
Yeah.
the options are, we can either mail these to you,
Mm-hmm.
or we can hold on to them until we manage to get to America, or you manage to get to Australia, and then we can hand them
Yep.
to you. You can choose between those. The other options are, we can either mail them to you, or you can grab them unopened and you can open them yourselves, or we can open them here for you and you can see what's in them now.
We'll do the other option is to do a card. Yeah, that's so it's either we mail these to you unopened and you can open them yourself on your leisure, or right now over the camera we can do the card pull and show you exactly what fat loots you have.
We can also give you the packets if we open them. You can get the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, no, you're gonna get the whole thing. We're probably gonna shove it in a tin. Let's put it in a Ziploc tin or something.
Well, I collect the wrappers just for the excuse of I'm gonna learn how they do that. But let me pay you back postage, and you guys mail it to me because I don't know when I'm gonna get a passport, and I don't know when I'm gonna be. I'm afraid that we're gonna lose the whole friendship connectivity thing before I even get a passport.
Do you want to? Okay. So do you want us to mail these to you completely unopened?
No, because I'm going to be working for the next 2 months. I'm going to be doing nothing but working every day straight, 8 hours straight. So I don't even think I'm going to be here for the next few casts. So I don't want you guys to wait.
Okay.
Okay, it's up to you.
All right. So you want us to open these? We'll open them 1 pack at a time.
Yes.
Which one do you want to start with?
All right, pick one.
Zangoose.
Zangoose. So
your left. Your left, right, left.
I am opening the Zangoose packet.
Oh
I am opening these in such a way. I'm hoping these things still have the integrity because I usually open them in such a way that only the top or bottom are slightly ajar. There we go. Okay. Ooh, this looks good. All right. Yep, these are definitely genuine because I can feel them bowing. Now let's see, what's the distribution on this? It's common, rare, uncommon. All right, so first common, claw fossil.
Hello.
Corefish.
Orky.
Electrike. This is, for some reason, this ties into our Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire thing in a minute. Numal.
Well, remember this. Well, remember this set didn't come out. This set was the last set before Diamond and Pearl. These were some of the sets. Diamond and Pearl had never come out before this, so this is super blast from the past. And
oh yeah,
this directly ties into Alpha and Omega and Delta episodes.
This is way retro. Delta Magikarp, Steel type.
Nice.
There's something hilarious about a metal fish.
I know. And this is your holo common, holo corefish.
Hello, Corfish. Oh, that's shiny.
All right. Are you ready for your rare?
I guess.
Your rare is a Delta Latias.
Wow.
Oh my
Fire
goodness.
type.
Fire, that is amazing.
Hello, sweetheart. I can't
right.
see you very well right now.
on. I'll look. I'll take a photo and send it your way, just so you can admire your rares even from a distance. But we'll send these to you post haste because I know you want to get in touch with your Gladius. Is there like just one rare and two commons in here? Okay, I guess so. All right. Holand's cast form.
Hey, I have your rainy form. You're missing your pals, aren't you?
And it's got a it's got the Delta draw ability.
Ooh.
Ooh. What's that do?
You may attach this as an energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon that already has an energy card. When you attach this card, return an energy card attached to that Pokemon to your hand. While attached, this card is a special energy card and provides every type of energy but 2 energy at a time. So it's a Pokemon that doubles as an energy.
That's common with pollen. That's common with Pokemon with pollen in their name.
Ah.
All right, your final uncommon is a Delta Gloom.
Oh, hello. I have a couple of you.
Psychic type. All right, so
what's weird is that they start as a water, as an Oddish, and then they evolve into Psychic Gloom, which actually would be normal typed nowadays for the cards because Poison got shifted to Psychic, and then it becomes water when it becomes Bellossom again.
Huh. Okay, next.
Kabutops.
Okay, Kabutops it is.
We're gonna have to race
Be
through
really careful. I don't want to. I don't want to rip through this. It's okay. We don't have a battle analysis, so it's just mainly chat in the chat and.
We have lots of news.
We have way too much to go. We have way too much to go through today. IPLCast 16 is pretty much the non-battle analysis one. All right, let's deal with your comments in quick order. You have a Delta Oddish, so you know that one. Numo. Delta Trapinch.
Grass typed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that.
The weirdest types.
Poochyena. And Delta Kabuto.
Ooh, I haven't seen one of those ever.
Delta Kabuto is lightning type.
Huh.
I wonder if the Delta episode.
See, I'm not kidding, guys. I'm really not kidding when I say these types don't make any sense.
It's a shame people don't use it more in IPL. It's a really interesting concept to redesign Pokemon.
You got a Holand Phantom's Pikachu, so shiny.
That's a rare.
This is a foil common.
Oh, foil common. Okay.
Yeah, this is what causes the booster pack to bend, because they curve quite a bit over age. It takes about a year for them to truly start to bend. Your rare is a Relicanth, standard Relicanth.
Hello.
Nice ability too.
What's the Pokebody read?
If Relicanth has any water energy attached to it, the retreat cost is 0.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, not bad. You have Delta Executor. Fighting type.
Interesting.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes more sense than the Trapinch. All right, and a Delta Gloom uncommon. All right.
I'm going to be swimming in gloom.
Oh man.
Gyarados.
All right.
Gyarados.
Gyarados.
My dad calls it Gyarados.
I've started calling it Gyarados. Gyarados. Oof. All right. Ooh. Oh my. Okay. Delta Pichu.
Pichu! Hey, I use your evolutions in my deck.
Okay, the Delta Pichu, Delta Mankey is fire type.
Yes, he is.
Corphish.
Oh, that's a different Corphish.
Yeah, it's a different Corphish. Right. Delta Carvania, which is fighting type.
Oh, hello.
Nice.
Yeah. Root fossil.
Ooh, for the leap.
And I'm okay. You have 2 rares in this pack. First one,
I love it when that
hollow
happens.
foil psychic energy.
Ooh.
Ooh, nice. I loved
That is
those.
these are amazing.
I
Every
love
time I
those.
see these now, these are fake. But this is a genuine hollow foil psychic energy.
I got an electric one. That's
Ooh.
that's all I have in that. Yeah.
Your
Oh no.
your pack rare is a Delta Oma Star.
Ooh,
Psychic type.
nice.
Because that makes sense as well. But
It's hollow foil.
Doesn't have to make sense.
Hollow foil. So that's the first rare hollow. You also got a rare candy.
I love her candy.
And a Manectric.
Ooh.
Nice.
I don't think
That's
I have
a
an
back
electric.
end.
That was not a bad pull. That was a really good pull. All right, let's open the Mewtwo one. See what you've
Last
gotten,
one.
and then we shall put this into a mailbox and send these over to you, and hopefully they'll make it by Christmas. But I know USPS though. I know it's USPS, so I can't be too sure. All right.
We'll also have to contact our friends in the Philippines and see if they can get the rest of them for us, because there were
Yeah,
actually a
there's
fair
like
few.
I'm pretty sure there's like half a box left.
Mm.
Anyway, and they're cheap. They're cheap. They're clearing them.
Mm.
Delta
I can't-
Horsey.
Fire type.
Fire type Delta Horsey.
Yeah.
So fighting type Execute Delta.
Yes. Matching set.
Yep. Surskit.
Siski.
Electrike.
Ooh,
Another
another.
electric. You can throw those two in the deck with them electric.
And your Delta Pichu again. And Jesus, you just keep getting the rares. You got double rares again.
Oh
I
man.
love when that happens.
Hollow foil fighting.
Ooh.
Oh man, Hollow Kingdra Delta.
What? Repeat that?
This is a Delta, like it's a Hollow Kingdra Delta species.
Wait.
Fire type.
Kingdra.
Kingdra. Kingdra.
So all you need is the Cedra.
It is
I got
fire
Kingdra.
type.
Oh. So you've got the set then.
Actually, no. It's fire steel type. It actually says this Pokemon is fire steel type.
Wow.
Oh my god.
That's a very
That
good
is
pull.
amazing.
You've done very well, Athens.
You done well, sir.
My luck
Right.
is like that.
I
don't
like how Professor Cosmo looks here. He looks a lot better here.
Yes, I do like how Professor Cosmo looks in those.
All right, so Professor
That
Cosmo's
card is so
summary.
useful. That card is so useful. It saved
that
my
is
ass.
useful. That's a minimum two. That's a minimum 2-card draw.
Ooh.
Easy.
It's
Out
a
here.
win-win. Coin flip heads, you take the bottom 3 cards. Bottom tails, you take the top 2. It's a win-win. It's a bill either way.
That's not bad. All right, and you got the final card. You got is a Combusken, stock standard
Ooh.
Combusken.
I don't have
That's
any Combusken
amazing.
in my collection.
Whew! All right,
awesome.
so Christmas is early for Rob.
I'm gonna have to figure out something to get you guys.
Oh man, we had it in here the entire time, and we didn't know what treasures lay in the little paper bag.
Now we know.
All right, now
We'll get that
let's
mailed
get.
in the next few days, and then we'll see if we can get the rest of them.
I'll,
Do you remember how
yeah,
much they
well,
were?
geez.
Wasn't too much.
No, they were definitely under $5 Australian.
Mm.
They're like 180 or something. They were a lot cheaper.
Mm.
They were heaps cheap. Yeah,
I'm
so
amazed you
imagine.
found them, period.
You'll have to contact your
Oh
cousin.
no,
But he can
we
get
were when we saw them, I was like, "Hey Megan, look, hold on." She's like, "Oh, this would be amazing for Rob," and I was like, "We should get them for Rob."
Oh, you guys. Thank you.
So there you go. No worries. We'll I'll get Megan to ship that off.
Yep, I'll sort it out during the week.
Okay. Let's go to our second biggest headline, which is actually the biggest headline for any IPLers not concerned with Holon. But, we wanted to take the time. All right, let's talk about these babies.
ORAS! Now released in all territories. We made a video for the Australian midnight launch that you can watch on our YouTube channel. One thing we simply must mention about the game intro is the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. Ever.
I don't know if you haven't played this, and you want to watch the intro scene. It doesn't spoil much. Go watch the intro scene. If you
YouTube Let's Plays of Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire, you can probably find them everywhere. We found several of them. Every single one, the person loses their shit over this intro. And I tell you, if you've played the original Ruby and Sapphire, this intro will be glorious.
Without spoiling too much, the intro to Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire is basically a nostalgia kick to the balls. It's so good it hurts.
Perfectly for nostalgia. Perfectly. It's beautiful. Absolutely.
So good it hurts. Yeah. The reaction I've had for everybody who's seen it so far is they're looking at it and they're like, oh yeah, and then something happens that just makes everyone's jaw drop.
And at that point onwards, they just freak out.
Rob, do you have a copy of the game?
I am done with the Delta episode.
Okay, all right. You're further ahead than we are because I was working.
I haven't figured it out
Delta
yet.
episode is the Delta episode is post game.
Oh, so okay, never mind.
Yeah, you finish the game, then it's there.
Yeah.
All right, well done. You remember the opening, don't you?
I restart my Sapphire on a fairly regular basis. My brother's like, "Oh, what are you gonna do now? Restart your Sapphire again?" Yeah, I am. Dang it.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, it's wonderful. It's glorious. I have seen that intro so many times that when I saw this one, it's like, oh yes, this is true to the original, and this is better.
Yep.
No, the cutscene that plays when you open the game and the cutscene that plays when you actually start a new game are absolutely beautiful.
To be fair, though, the cutscenes in general are nice.
Yeah, they are actually pretty good, yeah.
Okay, you know what sold me? You know what paid for the price of admission? Is the intro when you start the dang game, when you're riding in the back of that moving truck.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that one. I'm like, that wins. That wins so bad. It's amazing. Just, I've skimmed through. I'm not a big Gen 3 is the least of my generations on my list, simply because it's the one I've played least. Haven't had it, didn't really get a chance to get through Ruby and Sapphire as much as I wanted to. Originally played Ruby, I think, and never really got into it. Got a cartridge.
I played them a lot myself.
Yeah, I got the Ruby cartridge later, but I played that primarily so that I could shove stuff into Diamond and Pearl. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because Gen 4 was my generation. It's the generation that I properly really obsessed over Pokemon, whereas 1 and 2 not so much, but I still played it. 3
was Gen 2. Gen 2.
I played 1 and 2 was the first one I owned. 4 was the first one I properly seriously got obsessed with. And 6 was the one I was excited for, even though I didn't have a copy yet.
I started with 2. I started with 1. 2 was where I got all.
I was into Pokemon from Gen 1 onwards, but Gen 2, there's something about Gen 2 that even the remake didn't quite capture. The remake was still really good. That was Heart Gold and Soul Silver did a really good job, but there's something in Gen 2 that nothing can copy.
Yeah. Look, Heart Gold and Soul Silver did a really good job of doing essentially a remake of Gold and Silver. But I have to say, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire just blew that out of the water in terms of how you do a remake.
Oh, naturally. And then the next remake is going to be even better.
I
What's the
love
next
it.
remake gonna be? The DS generation is still here.
Gen 4
People are
is
still-
still pretty good. I don't think it needs a remake yet.
The DS generation is still being played, unless you can remake the unless you remake the first games, like red, blue, green, and yellow to come into the current generation and
Fire
complete the
Red and
cycle.
Leaf Green does actually need an update now. It's been
Yeah,
that
we
long. Yeah.
we need to bring it back because, to be perfectly honest, I would love to play it on the 3DS system and just bring everything into the DS family.
Mm.
I really wish that everybody else was at this point that I am, because I want to talk so much theory right now, and that I've got one regarding that.
The
And-
games have only
and-
been out for a week, so we can't actually go too deep into.
I know. I wish I was there.
Next
I'm
time,
on my way to.
maybe. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Rob. I'm on my way to Evergrande. I'm so slow.
It's okay. It's okay. I rushed.
I started
rushed.
about a badge and a route and a half behind Megan when we kicked it all off. And then now
he's
I'm
in front
actually
of me.
I've
Not
pulled
too
ahead
far,
of her.
but you are in front of me.
Not too far.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah. So
my brother started. He got 2 badges in, and I was behind. He was 2 badges in by the time I got started, and then he stalled, and then he got stuck stalling because his Minecraft game did something, and now I've beaten the game, and he's now on for his 5th badge.
Okay.
I don't know how this happened.
Oh.
This happens to us every time. I'd start out and I'd be way ahead of him, and then somehow over the next week he catches up and goes way past me. And even though I'd have stronger Pokemon essentially for like the first week or something, by the end of the next week he has like level 100s and I'm never going to get there.
She lives with me and she's seen this process happen and she still has no idea why or how.
I know, I don't know how he does it.
She just went in and she's like, "How the hell did you get level 50s?" I'm like, "I trained."
You don't train your Pokemon evenly, though. You had like a level 51 Pikachu, and then a couple level 40s and a level 30.
But that's usually how it starts up, because by the time you see me with level 100s, they've all made it to 100.
Oh, I know, but man, until you get to that point, you're fairly easy to beat.
Yeah.
The only reason why you beat me last time, because that was when we were all roughly on level 20, and then, yeah, that was really...
So on a completely even playing field, it generally comes
On an
close.
even playing field, you're better than me, but I can train better than you up to a point.
Yeah. Right now, I think you spent most of the time super training as well, so there's that thing.
Yes, I spent a lot of time. I also spent a lot of time in Pokemon and Me playing with my Aaron, because Aaron is the cutest thing in the world in 3D. Like, you have no idea. It's this tiny little steel lump, and when it's happy, it just plods around. Oh my god, it's adorable. I only evolved it recently at level, like, 45 because I love Aaron.
So let's put this in perspective. Rob, you just played through the whole thing. Oh, he's dropped off. Maybe
He's muted. It's alright.
So okay, Rob played through the. All right, that's all good. Rob played through the entire thing straight up. You dallied on Pokemonomy, and I'm going to guess berry growing and super training, and I dallied around looking for secret bases and entering Pokemon contests. It's. I am now master rank, but on at least one category, but blah blah.
You know, part of the reason that my brother got so far ahead of me is because I dallied around with that Navdex feature.
Ah, yes, Navdex.
I love the berry one for the map. It is so convenient, you have no idea. I used to have a hand-drawn poster in my room that just had the map of the island and little dots that said where all my berries were, and now I don't need it anymore.
I had a I'm currently playing through the global link because it's the best way to just get sets of items without bothering to look around in the game. Plus the amount I raised, and I'm not even kidding here, 16,000 Pokemiles on X. I don't know how I ended up at that amount, but then it gave me the ability to transfer Pokemiles to another game. And I'm like, Alpha Sapphire, please. Thank you. And then I just spammed the games during lunch break, and then bam, I have enough Pokeballs to catch whatever.
Hmm.
So yeah,
It's surprisingly cheap with battle points if you leave it long enough.
yeah. I've gotten enough battle points to buy the I've actually been able to transfer the power items for IV transfers, but that's a later project.
Hmm.
All right. Well, you look at this. We're already halfway through our time, and we still haven't even gone through any of the headlines. Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire is the biggest thing. That's it. That's going to occupy us for 12 months until Nintendo announces something that pretty much makes our mouths foam again.
I still haven't properly completed X and Y. Like, I've done the main storyline and stuff, but there's still just a few things that I haven't finished yet. And I don't remember what they are, but I've still got to actually do them.
I've actually, yeah, I've still got to play through.
Haven't caught Zygarde. I only have his Zygarde because I got it off Wonder Trade, but I still haven't actually caught him in the game yet.
Have you played the post-game story, the one with Looker?
Most of it.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Either most of it or all of it, but I can't remember.
I think I've gone through everything I can on my X copy, and I'm just finishing off on the Y copy.
I'm trying to do a Nuzlocke on my Y copy, but I keep getting bored.
Game Freak, why do you do this to us? By the way, I just a complete shout out. I was actually watching. We were watching earlier this week Pro Jared's blind Y Nuzlocke from last year. It's pretty
so
intense.
funny. He doesn't properly grind, so he keeps losing Pokemon. It's really sad because he gets all emotional.
I know. I love
Anyone
Pro Jared.
watching someone struggle in a Nuzlocke, you should watch Pro Jared's XY Nuzlocke.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He plays it blind, so he has no idea. He's like,
He
I'm encountering my first.
Pokemon are, so he doesn't know their types, and he keeps doing really stupid things.
I love how he's going in expecting some new Pokemon. Pidgey.
He gets to the point where he finds a Carbink, and he's like, "What the hell is that?"
Okay. Speaking of Carbinks and their relations to people, Tumblr keeps putting Carbinks on Steven's team, which makes sense. And speaking of Steven, he has a Metagross, which then, speaking of, leads to Shiny Beldums.
Yay!
Segway!
Well done. Points on Segway. Nicely done. All right. Let's talk Shiny Beldum.
For those of you who have or will be picking up your copy of ORAS, don't forget about your Shiny Beldum download. The Beldum is only available until January 14th, 2015, which is not far over a month from now, so make sure you don't forget about it.
All right, if you've bought a copy of Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire and you're playing it on your internet-enabled 3DS, the first thing you should do is download the Beldum.
I think it's a little bit easier now to train a Beldum. I remember back in Gen 3 where all it had was like takedown until level 20, and my god, that's difficult.
It's a shiny. Shinies are hard to come by. Go get it. It's just if you want to train it, do it. If you don't want to, forget about it.
He does hold Metagrossite, and the only other way to obtain Metagrossite is to beat Steven again after the Delta episode, and that's not easy.
No.
Ooh, I look forward to the challenge.
Oh no! Apparently, the challenge in the post game challenge sits on only one word, and that word is Deoxys. Okay.
Oh man, we're gonna get to that soon.
Moving on.
Oh boy! All right.
ORAS demo download. If you still haven't gotten your copy of ORAS yet, or you still want to handle the demo, Canada's YTV channel has posted a code generator. Just fill in the captcha to receive your code, and with it, your Mega Glalie or Steelix. I don't know which one you get, I have no idea. The generator still actually works, so get it while it's there. You can find it by going to the YTV website. The website is actually just ytv.com or whatever, and scrolling down to the option, or by going to PokeBeach and just scrolling until you see the generator. Keep in mind that the demo actually allows you to get some items to make your entry or re-entry into Hoenn just that little bit easier.
Okay, so the items that you can get, besides the Glalie, you can get a set of Pokeballs, a set of Heat Balls, I think 10 Pokeballs, 10 Heal Balls, Heart Scales, and as many Nuggets as you can get the Strange Mission to give you.
And Mega Glalie or Mega Steelix. They look amazing, by the way. Mega Glalie is like my favorite. it's
you get a Glalie to transfer if you're in any region outside Japan, and you get the Steelix if you're in Japan. Also of note, it has to be pointed out that this only works for North American users, and that works for the NA users.
Really?
Of yeah, because I actually did try downloading it, and it didn't.
All right, so North American users, you can get your demo.
Because here's the confession: I tried downloading this demo for your 3DS about a week ago. And it didn't work. There was region blocked. So that's what I was trying. That's what I was trying to do to your 3DS. I wasn't trying to download porn or anything. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Does it have a filter? The new 3DS doesn't come with one. We'll get to there. We'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So
if generated to work for you, then Mega Glalie, you've got to get it. It is the most beautiful thing you've ever seen.
The other thing, it uses Pokemon Link to transfer games, so you can keep playing the demo to get any items you don't have, even if you've already gotten X and Y. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. So you can keep playing the demo. I've actually done that just to get the extra nugget, because the nuggets help. Okay.
Okay. Next. Pokemon is popular in South Korea. The Pachirisu King of the video game Pokemon World Championships victory resulted in a schedule of 8 Pokemon parades in Seoul that included several Pikachu and Junichi Masura himself. However, so many people showed up for the parades that the plaza filled beyond capacity, and event organizers were forced to cancel the remaining parades due to safety concerns.
All right. Do you know who the world champion of the video game side is?
Yes.
Up until you said who's his name.
Yeah. What's his name?
Seijun Park.
I haven't looked this up.
Yeah, here we go.
Yay!
The man with the world championship Pachirisu. What is wrong with me today?
That was amazing. I watched the final battle where he had that. It was a sweep. That Pachirisu was such a pain. Perfect though.
That thing, it tanked Draco Meteor. Honestly.
It's clearly been EV trained for defense.
It tanked Draco Meteor. Anyway, South Korea's got a really big change. They used to ban Pokemon Generations 1 and 2, I think, way back, before Diamond and Pearl ever came out. You couldn't buy Pokemon games in South Korea. There was just some cultural animosity between the two countries that goes back a long way. It's too long to discuss here. But it's good to see that they're actually embracing Pokemon for what it is now. Seijun Park has spent several years trying to get that World Championship thing under his belt, and now he has it. Now he's the defending champion. We'll see if he makes it in next year. But I like Seijun Park because he's one of the he's definitely one of those guys that doesn't conform to what Smogon would think would be the current metagame. So it's interesting. All right.
Which is going to show you that any Pokemon can be a winner if you know how to use it. So get in there with your magic ups.
It's the line Elite Four Karen goes. Strong, weak, that's only the selfish perceptions of people. Real trainers try to be strong with the ones that they love, or it goes something like that. My friend loves that quote, blah, 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 blah. Yes.
Yeah, I found Pachirisu wearing a crown with that thing in the background. It's really nice. It's really cool. But yeah, I mean, if they're Pokemon you love, and it's one of those things where it's genuinely the Pokemon that he really likes that he brought into the tournament and won with, instead of the ones that are most likely to win. Speaking of the World Championships,
Worlds 2015 will be held in Boston, Massachusetts at the Heinz Convention Center from August 21st to 23rd. This will be the first Worlds that has no last chance qualifier for the TCG.
And that's because
I
they
don't actually know what that is.
last chance qualifier is a way for people to get in. It's kind of like a wild card qualifier thing.
Okay. So none of that this time.
The LCQ is actually going to be held on the 21st. There's going to be an in-house tournament where the people who make it through, I think, based on points, are going to be able to advance through to day one of the actual finals. So that's why they don't have the last chance qualifier. Now, the regionals are going to be held here, I believe, anywhere from June to July, considering that the finals are going to be in August, maybe even earlier. So we'll try and cover the New South Wales regionals since they happen on a Saturday and we're more free for that now. It's less tumultuous. And if we can somehow miraculously make it to Melbourne for the nationals, we'll do so.
That would be a stretch, but we'll try.
We'll try. Melbourne isn't that far, but it is given time and given time and expense, we'll see if we can make it there. Right, Rob, are you gonna give this one a go next year?
The Nationals? No, I'm gonna try to be working and paying off some things.
Okay, that's fair. Are you gonna be paying attention to these? I'd love to go. I'd love to just attend the Worlds, not even compete in it. I'd just love to be there.
I don't know. I'll keep an eye on it. I'll keep an ear on it, like I usually do with internet stuff. Just kind of do the sit in the back of the corner and eavesdrop, sort of keep tabs on it. But I'm not going to be actively watching it. I kind of set that aside. Don't. Well, it's either that, or I draw, or I write, or do something a little different.
That's fair. I'm gonna try and fill up my. Last time we were there, we filled up the Street Pass queue fourfold. When we were at the pre-order line, we kept filling the queues up. I didn't actually manage to clear all of them.
Yeah. We filled it. I filled mine about 3 times.
Yeah, I got to near 40 and I couldn't clear it. By the way, if anyone's listening and you're attending a pre-order, please do us all a favor and bathe. If I have one complaint about sitting in a pre-order line waiting, it's just sitting in a pre-order line with a bunch of people who know it's a midnight launch but don't bathe. People.
Day at work, I guess.
Yeah, I had a hard day at work and I wasn't stinking the entire room up. I had a 9 to 5 thing. These guys have probably come from wherever. They're not wearing tree jackets. I don't expect them to smell, and yet they do. It's just a thing. I wouldn't turn up to a pre-order stinking like Goliath. It's you wanna at least make it tolerable for everybody. There were 110 people in that line. This is an estimate because of how long the line was, but there were clearly over 100. You know, there were just over 100 people in that line, and I'm like, the stink traveled all the way from one end of the corridor to another. And it's not just one person, because it's a lot stronger in hotspots than it is in other places. It's just bathe. It doesn't hurt. Where the heck have you been that you didn't wear deodorant the entire day?
Carry a can of aerosol deodorant next time you go to a pre-order.
I'm honestly just going to spray people down. It's that bad. I'm like, we were between a group of geek girls, I think, in front and a couple in the back as well while we were waiting, because we were with Kira, and the stench was from the groups further alongside. There were these guys in just basketball jerseys talking to each other, and I'm like, did you just decide to? Yeah, I'm like, yeah, dude, bros. Did they just decide to what? Play ball and then come in and yeah, we're gonna pick up our order. Sure thing. I'm also sure some of the guys were there for Dragon Age Inquisition, but that's just me. Alright, let's move on to the next headline before I just carry on ranting.
Next headline, ORAS animated. In case you haven't seen it yet, there's an animated promotional short on the official Pokemon YouTube channel featuring the game's 2 main characters and the 3 starters, as well as a bunch of other Megas and Legendaries. Mega Gallade is beautiful.
Oh, Mega Gallade is amazing. Mega Diancie is freaking fantastic.
Oh, Mega Diancie is gorgeous, but Mega Gallade, man.
Mega Rayquaza is...
Mega Rayquaza is so cool.
Mega Rayquaza is freaking insane. Just gonna point out, by the way, that...
Special, like, Mega Evolution special thing, the second one has come out now. You can actually find it subbed, and it is actually pretty cool.
I think it's been fan subbed so you can find it. Don't be surprised if they accidentally called Steven Daigo. That's his name in Japan. But watch it anyway. Mega Rayquaza, or as they call it, Mega Rayquaza, is it's pretty insane.
It is. It's amazing.
It's pretty darn insane. And also I can't.
The anime's version of Draco Meteor looks really cool. Like, it actually looks like it could just destroy everything. Awesome.
I am going to gush about that
bit,
in 2 bullet points from now.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Next, we're getting closer to Rob's gush point. So.
Next
keep
one.
going.
Mega Tokyo Pikachu. To celebrate the grand opening of Tokyo's relocated Pokemon Center, a new Mega Tokyo Pikachu promo card will be given out to shoppers at all Japanese Pokemon Centers between December 12th and January 16th. The Pikachu is wearing a Mega Charizard X costume. More Pikachu promo cards can be obtained by buying a shirt at a Uniqlo store this winter or spending $30 at a Toys R Us.
This is my face of disappointment right here. Not the fact that Japan has Pokemon centers, but at the fact that the Uniqlo in my area doesn't sell Pokemon shirts.
They don't have Pokemon shirts. They just give you a Pokemon card if you buy a Pokemon shirt. If you buy like a shirt at Uniqlo, so they give you.
They
actual
have Pokemon shirts at Uniqlo.
They're winter themed.
They have anime shirts at Uniqlo in Japan.
Of course they do.
I'm angry. Okay.
Uniqlo here has like Charlie Brown and Popeye and all those things.
I did actually get some Snoopy shirts.
It's the non-goth hot topic.
No, not really. They sell a lot of just general, fairly cheap but well-made clothes. I actually like it. It's not like Hot Topic where you have all of these brands and stuff. But this is like it's more of a premium range where they have they cycle out licensed things, but they have the regular non-branded, non-designed shirts.
I've bought
and all
a few
that
shirts
stuff
from
as well.
there that are not anything in particular, but they're just these cute little design things. I really like them. They're quite nice.
Yeah, I bought a couple of shirts that are based off designs from the MoMA, so so that's It's a good range. Uniqlo's an odd store. It's trying to compete against H&M. Anyway, Shokotan showed an image of the Mega Tokyo Pikachu. But I'm pretty sure for most of our listening audience, you're not concerned about this one. You're more concerned about the giant inflatable one that showed up at the Macy's Thanksgiving parade.
Moving on.
I'm going to punch Al Roker if I see him, by the way. Keep going.
I don't care for commercialization of holidays, period, so.
All right. Okay. Let's get.
Yep. Delta Deoxys, a trailer featuring the information revealed in Cora has been revealed. Great sentence. Depicting the mysterious Zinnia entitled The Delta Episode, which I think is post-game. The episode is meant to involve the history of Hoenn and clear the mystery of Mega Evolution. According to the trailer, Deoxys will fight Mega Rayquaza in space. You get to ride on his back into space as he Mega Evolves, and there's a space battle poster. Also, there's a giant asteroid hurtling towards the planet, but Deoxys and Rayquaza in space.
I'm just gonna mention that Megan's turning into the Space Corps.
No, I'm not. This is the coolest. How is this not the coolest thing you've ever seen, though? This
Oh
is the
yes.
first time in a Pokemon game that you get to go to space on the back of a mega fucking legendary to fight another legendary in space.
Not just any legendary at that.
You wear a space suit.
Not just any legendary at that. The one that comes from space that utterly terrifies me because it is.
It's essentially a space virus. A space virus you get to fight in space on the back of fucking Mega Rayquaza.
Space.
But yes, you get to do this. This is a thing that happens, and you get to do it.
It is.
You don't even have to download anything. It's post game.
It's all in game.
All
It's
right.
all in. And
It's all-
oh, by the way, when it says it answers Mega Evolution, it kind of does. It still opens more questions.
Oh, look,
I think they're
it's-
not going
I-
to drop all their cards at once. I imagine they're going to
No,
stretch.
they're not gonna.
Possible.
They're not gonna drop any of their cards. They're just giving you a card. They're
It's an
dropping
ace.
nothing.
You get the ace, but we're not telling you what the ace means.
They're practically turning this into. They're practically turning this into like scientific endeavor. You found this one. Here are now 1,000 more questions for your line of inquiry.
Well, I haven't even gotten that far yet, so I'll have to find out. I've only
Okay.
just gotten Primal Kyogre. And it is
Everything,
actually
man.
very beautiful. Very
My
beautiful.
only fear is that this Mega Evolution debacle is going to turn into something like Kingdom Hearts, where every iteration is going to give you answer some questions, and then it dump a whole mess more questions on you until it becomes a
They can only
gigantic
do
mess
that
of
for-
who's awake and who's not, and will they just absolutely get over themselves and declare their love for each other?
Just regard to the Kingdom Hearts correlation, Megan, have you played any of the Kingdom Hearts games?
Not in the slightest.
Okay, then this thing is not going to fly so far over your head. Yeah, don't get, because I'm like
Hey, you can
I'm
Haven't played any
my understanding of the storyline only goes so far as Birth by Sleep. So
That's not a helpful thing. My brother's the one
No.
who plays them, and he hasn't even played most of them. And what we know is just through TV tropes and understanding and watching cutscenes. And he played 2 of them, and 2 of them apparently don't even make a whole lick of sense, nor do they fit in canon.
no,
But they
my
fit in
brain
canon.
hurts after. Yeah, they do actually fit in canon. All of the games fit in canon. That's why
And
they
all
have
fit
the
in
one.
canon at the same time.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean, anybody who's downloaded and played the 1.5 and anybody who's bought and played Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 Remix is going to tell you that their brain hurts after playing it. Because the storyline's more convoluted than, I don't know, Dynasty Warriors. Dynasty Warriors is a bloody convoluted timeline, especially to anybody who's read Romance of the Three Kingdoms.
so we
Okay.
could just need to kiss and make up and admit it.
You
I don't
wish they
ship.
could.
I
I
don't
wish they
ship.
could.
I don't ship. And these 2 need to just... It's like any Supernatural fan.
Yeah, there's more shipping in here than Dubai.
Okay.
I'm sorry, that hurt. Okay, let's move on, please.
Okay. Socialize for a legendary. To get either Latios or Latios, you need to revisit Southern Ireland by getting the Eon ticket, which can be shared via Street Pass on the BuzzNav. So you need to enable Street Pass. Make sure you enable Street Pass. There are giveaways in the UK, the Netherlands, Belgium, Italy, and South Africa, and Australia and New Zealand, and across limited areas in the US. So if you can't make it, find somebody who can share the love. In the UK, I think they're giving it to 15 people exclusively, and it will be their
Yep.
job to spread it around. In
Giving
Australia,
it-
Monday, I'm going to be going to the EB in Parramatta, where they're going to give it away, the Eon ticket away for half an hour. So I'm going to get it from there.
Yeah, the Eon ticket is only available in Australia for half an hour on the East Coast. And it's only available from the Nintendo rep at a particular store in a particular state. So we got news about it, and we're like, yeah, we're probably going to do this. We're going to do this. It's pretty insane. They want people to share stuff via the Eon ticket. Now, I don't know if they realize this, but in certain countries, the sheer size of the place means not everybody who has a copy of Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire is going to get a copy of the Eon ticket. But I mean, this could be a good surprise for anybody who travels in. This would give us a good excuse to travel out of the city once in a while, for the Pokemon.
We will be soon. Yeah.
But the Eon ticket is going to be released in limited areas in the U.S. And the idea is that it transfers to people who you run into Street Pass using BuzzNav. And that's fair. If you've got the game and you're at a certain point in the game, you've already got it enabled, so it doesn't matter. What does matter is the fact...
Keep going, sorry.
No, what matters is, what should matter is the fact that you have a maximum queue size of 30 in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And you can actually fill that pretty easily simply by connecting to the internet.
Oh.
So clear your queue.
Does it travel via the internet, or is it purely Street Pass?
It travels via, you get download data from the internet onto your queue on BuzzNav, but you have to clear that, otherwise it'll think the queue is full and won't let you exchange data.
Oh, yeah.
I need to figure that out.
So what I wonder is if it transfers via Street Pass specifically into your Pokemon game, but not by the Miis that you get, is it?
No, but I have to point out that when you fill out your Street Pass queue, your actual queue of 10, it deprioritizes other games. So clear your queue.
Okay.
I usually try and have as empty a queue as possible when heading outside, simply because I don't want it to fill up and miss anybody. And considering that they've dropped...
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm not particular. Despite the fact that I'm going to go get it on Monday, and despite the fact that I'm probably going to try and pass it around as much as I possibly can, we'll see how that goes. I'm not actually that overly excited about getting, in my case, Latios. Simply because I'm so disappointed in Latios. Because once I got it in that game, I was not impressed at all with its Mega Evolution. It looks okay, but it's disappointing that it looks exactly the same as Latios. Like, they're pretty much identical. And also, I didn't find it to be all that strong. Like, I had a lot of trouble just getting rid of wild Pokemon.
Latias is more defensive than Latios, which is why Latios is almost always considered over Latias in competitive circles for offensive power. And in addition to that, Latias and Latios could be speculated to be just the male and female versions of the same species based upon this Mega Evolution debacle. Because physically they are identical except for their colors and their genders. Yeah,
I know, but I just still find it very disappointing.
I don't like how they bent their arms.
It makes sense, because they're supposed to look like jets.
But they're still flying around like this.
Yeah, it looks pretty. It looks pretty awkward with the way it's going. Look, I mean, we're Pokemon community people. We're all about spreading the love, so we'll do our best.
We're still spreading it around. It's still very cool to get.
Yeah.
But
personal views
overall, I think Mega Latios and Latios are my least favorite Mega Evolutions.
Okay. All right. Let's look at some other stuff we've got besides socializing for Legendary. We've got Diancie again.
Princess Diancie, a 5-minute short starring Diancie, is available for viewing on the Pokemon website if you haven't already seen it. This premiered in Japan a week before the Diancie movie, so it's pretty much just a cute little short that stars Princess Diancie.
It might be on YouTube. It might be on Pokemon's YouTube
Probably
channel.
Probably on YouTube, yeah. It's also on the Pokemon website if you need to see it.
Yeah, I was just pointing that out. It's on the official Pokemon channel, so it might be dubbed. It's the Diancie, Princess of the Diamond Domain. So have fun.
I haven't watched it yet. I should do that.
I mean, it's a Pokemon short. I've come to expect, Pokemon shorts to be nice, sweet, and generally so full of sugar I might get diabetes. But it's one of those. Anyways, where were you?
Super Smash Bros. Wii U. Super Smash Bros. Wii U is out for all territories except Japan. And from what the interwebs are saying, this is the definitive version of everyone's favorite full chaos fighting game. If we sort out our capture card compatibility, we might bring admin Miis in for a free-for-all.
Woo! We just got this. This just launched morning. I know the US has had it for a week. You guys have been playing it. This is the PAL version. This did not come with a GameCube converter, but we might just get it later on. I don't know. Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, long called by reviewers, the definitive version. 3DS was like Super Smash Bros. Lite, and this thing is the proper version. Will it live up to expectations? I've heard news saying that this is actually it. This is as far as the franchise is going to come. In terms of it being full on, I'm not sure. Some of the features here, I like Subspace Emissary more than I did Smash Door. Just to be perfectly honest.
Subspace Emissary was very cool. They did a very good job with that.
And I'm not. We haven't popped it in yet. This is just
We
really
literally
just got
home after buying that and then jumped on to sort out IPL. So we haven't actually played it yet.
I don't have a Wii U. I don't plan on getting a Wii U, so...
That's alright. We'll put...
I can tell you how I'm being set up on the 3DS one.
Yeah, I'll get your instructions on how to make it.
If we can figure out how to record it, we'll actually put all three of our admins as me's and just have them fight each other.
Nice. Moving on.
Right, yes, please.
I've got a big day tomorrow, so that's why I'm trying to... Sorry.
Okay, fair enough. Next
Brand
one,
new
brand new
3DS.
3DS.
Sorry.
The new Nintendo... Sorry. The new Nintendo 3DS is out in Japan and ANZ. It is an improved version of the original 3DS model with removable faceplates, a C-stick nub, extra shoulder keys, and an improved button and stylus layout. The system performs admirably when loading and closing Super Smash Bros. 3DS and is far, far better at downloading things than its older brothers.
So we actually did get it at launch. I've got the mushroom one here. The only major thing I've detected so far is that I can move straight from here to the loading screen in one button press. I'm guessing that's how quick the thing moves from CPU, and it closes rather quickly as well. If I remember where the button layout is, so it doesn't even go into the restart thing; it just goes straight down. Look, it's great. Not a recommended upgrade for anyone who already owns a 3DS or 3DS XL, but if you're if you only own the 3DS and you're looking for a decent upgrade, probably the way to go. Only if you really like Xenoblade Chronicles and or Smash Brothers.
Since the only thing that's stopping you from playing Super Smash Brothers is like a slight lag when you're opening and closing the game. So like you can live with that. It's probably cheaper to just stick with or get the old 3DS unless like this is 2 years in the future now and you should probably get the new one at that point. But yeah, for now you don't need the new one, so you could probably just live with the old one. At least until the price comes down.
Yes.
Which I think from the RRP I've seen, the price for it is actually at 3DS prices. It's cheaper. The new Nintendo 3DS is currently cheaper than a Nintendo 3DS was after the price reduction. So there's that. There's a lot of speculation. This is the DSi of the 3DS generation. It's meant to be like a far more powerful device that bridges across to the next handheld console.
The difference is the DSi didn't have exclusive games.
No, and it did have exclusive games in the form essentially of eShop.
Yeah, that's different
stuff.
though. Like actual purchasable games. The DSi did not have those sorts of exclusives. So eventually, when all these new awesome games come out only for the new 3DS, then at that point we'll have to switch. But yeah, for now, not necessary.
Yeah, this is more of the this feels more like the Game Boy Color kind of transition, like from Game Boy to Game Boy Color, in which some games would only ever run on the Game Boy Color, probably because of slightly tuned up processors to handle all the color processing. I'm not sure, but that's the That's the way it works. Yeah.
Sounds
All right, moving on to the next.
analogy.
Let's move on to the next headline.
Next headline: Amiibo Wave 1. The first wave of blah, 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 start again. The first wave of Amiibo has launched. Mario, Peach, Yoshi, Donkey Kong, Link, Fox, Samus Aran, the Wii Fit Trainer, the Villager, Pikachu, Kirby, and Marth have been released, with a slew of other characters coming out for Wave 2. We haven't had any experience with the Amiibo yet, but they are compatible with select titles for the Wii U and currently only Super Smash Bros. For 3DS.
We haven't tested it with Super Smash Bros. For 3DS as yet. I'm not willing to try it right now, but this is the Mario Amiibo. It is Skylander-ish in size. It is not Skylander-ish in terms of detail. It is actually really, really well made. If you guys have, I don't know if you guys have watched any unboxing of this, but the first thing people will tell you is that underneath this model, there is a piece of foil that actually stops you from putting the thing on a scanner. So that's a thing. They're really well packaged, amazing stuff. The Amiibos have already shown themselves to be far more capable in terms of functionality than Skylanders are. So we'll see where these
When
go.
we went to pick these up, Link was already sold out. You can imagine which is the most popular right now.
Link and Kirby were gone. Link and Kirby. I believe Link, Kirby, Yoshi, Samus.
I don't know if they were all stocked on the shelves there, because it looked pretty full as well. Just Link that was missing.
Yeah, I think that was just all that was left, I guess. But I know they had a full complement of it. But all the Links were gone. So we'll wait until the next shipment, maybe for Megan's Link Amiibo.
I'm more after the Zelda one in Wave 2.
Oh, Wave 2 is coming out in a couple of weeks. So actually, Wave 2 comes out for the Wave 2 comes out just in time for IPLCast 17. Right. So this is gonna stand right next to the two Pokemon NFC figures. The guy for Pokemon Rumble U, which was a disappointment. These will not be. We will leave good old Mario to pretty much hoard loot for us. Okay.
IPL news.
Hold on. Let me change the headline on this.
Are now in the cursed corridor.
Yeah. The Meanders are now in their penultimate challenge, facing off against the dreaded Archmagus Cast. But he is only the penultimate evil, so does that mean something far worse lurks past the corridor he's protecting? More importantly, will the Meanders even survive turn 1?
50
No.
Did anybody... You doubt... Well, look, the opening salvo was pretty good. 39 damage isn't bad.
Awkward silence. You guys will be okay. Yeah.
I've been writer's blocked for the past few months, so we'll see. Because I know we can do a lot of damage. Got to figure out how.
You got to figure out how. You've managed to pull off some really good crunch opportunities. This isn't the most this isn't the toughest guy in terms of raw damage you've faced, because obviously damage reduction is pretty darn reduced. You do have a couple of things going against you. The primary and sole one, I think, is Faint Zone.
There is no way to use proliferate function on this, is there?
I wouldn't think so.
In Magic, there's a function called proliferate, which allows you to either take a +1 counter, any counter that's on the field, and either add one to it or remove one from it.
No. This is the. I think this is, in terms of the Faint Zone mechanics, this is the harshest one of them. I know that there's a mechanic coming on later, but that doesn't cumulatively store. So it's more a race against time for this particular room, more than anything. But it's all down to attrition. Like, it's which group goes down first, essentially.
Mm.
Okay.
So we'll see how you do. It wasn't really encouraging when we got through the registrations for the room, and everything tallied up 50 HP.
You guys can do a sizable amount of damage so long as that you all do submit something. So we should make sure you rally together. But yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll figure something out. I hope.
Final's going to be interesting. There's a that we'll save that for the final room.
You're lucky you lagged out there because I didn't hear any of that.
Okay, cool. Do not watch this part of the broadcast. Just, meh.
All right. Next headline, maybe?
Yep. Your turn.
Grand Festival! We're in the final round. Everybody has done an excellent job. I cannot stress that enough. Everybody's done an excellent job. I love the participation. Final round is between Trainer Andrea and Kitsunei Okami. I hope I said those names right. And this should be interesting to see these two go at each other. The last round was an interesting one to judge, and I definitely have to remind myself this is a contest. I do have to state that this is a contest-themed tournament, at least at this point. So doing strict damage does work, but the fact of the matter remains is that this still has a theme, and we still kind of do have to follow the theme. So if the theme is warm colors, you do need to fit the warm colors theme, or if it's black and white, you do have to fit the black and white theme. So it's going to be a very interesting final round, and I want to thank everybody for participating in it. It was an honor and a treat to see everybody compete like this. It was wonderful.
Some really great art has come out of this, yeah.
Looking forward to the final. I am looking forward to the final. All right. So Grand Festival. When is the end of the final round?
It should be in a week, I think.
It'll
be not this coming Monday, but the Monday after. Yes, 1 week, 2 days from now. 12 hours.
All right. So there should be. Yeah, I believe from the end of that in like about 9 days, about 5 days from that point, there should be we'll have the really big. It's a nice segue into what comes next. So after the Grand Festival, to all those waiting for the arrival of the Chapter 2 storyline missions, have faith. The prologue mission for Chapter 2, which is also, by the way, called Festival, it will be dropping on the IPL DeviantArt page on December 13th, which is our time, which might be December 12th your time, just in time to be discussed for IPLcast 17. The format for this mission will be slightly different from those in Chapter 1 of the Meander, so be prepared. This will actually affect how things go in Chapter 3 from the get-go, not even just Chapter 2. Results from the prologue are going to affect Chapter 3. Chapter 2 and Chapter 3 are part of a linked arc, which we will call the Festival Summit arc. So it's called the Solar Festival. It comes after the Grand Festival, and it's a way for the IPL to essentially carry on the attraction of the Grand Festival and prepare for the Global Summit, which will be happening on the IPL at some point next year. The Global Summit is a coming together of dignitaries from across the Pokemon regions, and you will be seeing a fair few people you recognize from the games showing up. So
episode 1 of Chapter 2 won't be starting until next year, is that right?
The actual main mission, like Mission 1, will not start until next year. You will have more, like anywhere between eight odd-ish weeks to finish things for the prologue, and then it'll start moving with shorter deadlines from that point on. You'll get an average about 2 to 3 weeks per mission as it goes along. You will have, from what's been laid out so far, there will be branching paths within missions themselves, so you can choose to do one task or another task, as there were with Chapter 1. But these may or may not, these will contribute to something further on, as opposed to branching off by themselves. So it's slightly, the format is slightly different from Chapter 1, where it completely branched off one path and another, and you weren't able to experience some things. You have a chance to do one thing or another, but only one thing or another, but you'll have full access to them as the missions come through. But we'll have the prologue to carry us in through the end of this year and the start of next year, and then we'll do the rest of Chapter 2 then. So looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with. And yeah, just generally excited to finally get Chapter 2's ball rolling. Seeing as the Meander's more or less coming to a close, so this is a good time to get Chapter 2 running.
Though don't make sure you don't take your attention away from the Meander, because it's going to need the most attention up at this point.
Yeah, don't take your
If not for this room, then for the next room.
Yeah, don't take your eyes off the Meander for too long. All right, so our final headline is housing. So everybody who's gotten a residency key so far, come Feb 2015, you will have a month's early access to the residency area to select lots before the masses have a chance. We will be posting a journal about it closer to the date, so hold on tight. We are going to be releasing the first set of lots for the residency area. So if you own a residency key, any one of your trainers can drop in and lay claim to any of the lots featured, and we'll probably be offering it at a rate discounted in terms of IPL points to what they would regularly be. And we'll find some way to actually properly host that, so you can it'll reflect across what we do on the IPL and not just be a thing that sits on the side, etc. Okay. All right, we've gone through all of our headlines today. Finished.
We don't have any battle analysis, since I think it's already been an hour.
No, thank goodness. It was 90 minutes of straight headlines, ladies and gentlemen. I think for a comeback episode, this is quite long. Yep.
There's a lot to catch up on.
All right, so okay. Now that we've gone through everything, I think we will we'll leave it there, and pretty much get ready for IPLcast 17. Rob, I don't know if you'll be able to catch us next time, but just the same, tune in, see what you can. Let us know for the IPL Chapter 2 storyline missions prologue.
I'll leave my notes.
We've got stuff coming up. So, on behalf of everybody here, I think we'll call it an IPLcast. As usual, if you want to message us to the usual means. And don't forget to watch us on YouTube, and stay tuned to us on DeviantArt. All right?
Yep.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Toodaloo.